Okay, good morning, everyone. 11:16 Central Time here on 790 KXXX. I have the great pleasure of speaking with Secretary Vilsack of the U.S. Department of Agriculture. He's the Secretary of Agriculture here in the U.S. So thank you so much, Secretary, for being here with us this morning.
It's great to be with you this morning.
We really appreciate it. We're going to talk a little bit this morning. I know that you have been working with the Biden administration on some more competitive, more resilient meat and poultry supply chain issues that we've been dealing with. So can you just tell me a little bit more about what you guys have been working on?
Sure. There are three challenges with reference to the livestock industry: making sure that farmers get fair prices, making sure that consumers also get a fair shake at the grocery store, and that we build a more resilient food system that is not subject to the disruption that we saw early in the pandemic. And I think the program that the President announced earlier this week is designed to address all three of those challenges. By providing resources to build and to expand capacity, more processing capacity means better and more market opportunities for farmers, which should lead to better prices that they get for their livestock. More processing capacity also means more supply in those local grocery stores to compete with the big four, which creates a new opportunity and a competitive opportunity in the grocery store, which should lead to more choice and lower prices. And in doing so, we create a more resilient system, that we have more capacity so that if one plant gets disrupted because of COVID or something of that nature, we don't have a significant disruption in the market. So we're providing capital, financial capital, to build and expand new facilities and to maintain existing facilities and lower the cost of those facilities. We're also addressing the workforce needs by putting together resources that will allow us to partner with community colleges, unions, and others to build a workforce for these new processing facilities. And we're also investing in innovation. So it's a comprehensive, all-inclusive effort to try to expand capacity, competition, and provide a better shake for farmers and consumers.
That is really cool that you guys are working on that. I do know that this has been something you guys have been working on for a while, and it does look like there is going to be a new joint initiative with the DOJ as well as the USDA as well, correct?
That's right. On the anti-competition side and on the antitrust side, it's important for us to be able to hear from people on the ground if they have concerns or suspicions that they're not being treated fairly, or that they feel that there's anti-competitive activity that's taking place on the ground. So we've created a portal that encourages folks to call in, to provide information to us on a privileged and confidential way that allows us to hear from folks on the ground if they see things that they don't think are quite right. It will help us better understand how best to approach the anti-competitive nature that may exist out there. So it's a complement to what we're doing. It's also, I think, a reflection of, as reflected in the work that we're doing to strengthen what is called the Packers and Stockyards Act. This is an act that basically tries to provide the ability of producers and processors to have a good, balanced relationship. We think that right now it's not really balanced. The producers are at a disadvantage, if you will, if they've been discriminated against, or if they've been retaliated against, or there's not clarity in terms of precisely how they qualify for certain premiums. And so we're going to strengthen the Packers and Stockyards Act to make sure producers get a very, very much a fair and balanced approach in terms of their relationship with processors.
That's really good to hear, because I know over the last couple of years, especially during these last couple COVID years, I know farmers and ranchers have actually taken quite a hit with commodity prices, input prices, everything increasing, so it's becoming more increasingly difficult to make a profit. So do you see this within the next year or so, even going short term, already being beneficial to our farmers and ranchers across the country?
Well, that's the hope, and we want to put these resources to work as quickly as we can. We've already announced the loan guarantee program of $100 million to make it easier for folks to finance projects that may be considered. We're going to try to launch a portion of the grant program, about $150 million of it, in the next several months, to be able to basically give a nudge, a push, if you will, to projects that are sort of on the cusp of getting done, but they need just a little bit of additional help. We hope to be able to accelerate the construction and expansion of those projects by providing these resources. And then this summer we'll have a larger grant program and a loan program also launched, so that during the course of 2022 there'll be multiple ways in which this industry can be helped. And we hope during the course of 2022, we begin to see actual expansion of the opportunity, which in turn should result in better prices for producers and hopefully lower prices for consumers.
And with all of this change that is going to be happening, I'm sure producers and consumers equally are going to have questions. So what would be the best way that they can get more information on this as it is an ongoing project?
Well, that's a great question, and we've put together a web page at USDA.gov that's specifically designed to answer and respond to questions that folks have about this initiative. It's solely dedicated to this initiative. So if people go online at USDA.gov, they will be able to get the information. Another way would be for them to reach out to the rural development personnel that are in there and that are in every state and inquire about access to information about these projects. But I think the best and simplest way is to go on our website, USDA.gov, and take a look at a website that's dedicated specifically to this effort.
Thank you so much for that information, and thank you for taking some time here this morning, afternoon for you, to share a little bit more about this project that is ongoing. We look forward to hearing more about it throughout this next year. We look forward to potentially speaking with you again in the future.
Look forward to that opportunity. Have a good weekend.
Thank you so much. You as well.